And Nicole and Joanne are not here. They are in training in Austin. So you have me, you have Ashley, you have Nick, the cool kids. We're here. Okay, so let's get started. July birthdays. We have a lot, and there's me. My birthday. It's my birthday month, which we like. All right, got our birthdays, got the anniversaries. Good. And welcome. We have two new agents who have joined us. Maximud Mo, is he here today? I don't see him.
He's out of town.
He's out of town. And Cindy, is she here? No? Well, we really appreciate them being with us now, so we're going to clap for them. All right, next. And this is one of my favorite slides. Go, Ashley. Carol, because I love the heads coming across. Leah, Stephanie, Morgan, Megan, Heather, Terry. That's great. They all. Next, and our June top individual agents. Okay, Holly Lockett. Good for you, Holly. Morgan. Morgan is killing it. Brian. Newt, that's great. And Katie. Katie is amazing. She is on fire. Okay, next, our top teams. Suzanne. And the LTAC group. And groups. This is where we will see big numbers. Cap City. LDR. Re-equity. All those things. Kiss Jackson. And Sunderman Group. Good job. That's great. Okay, now we're going to do this a little bit different this time. Nick, bring the helmet.
Yes, madam.
In honor of Pelotonia, instead of a spinner, we have a bike helmet. And our names are in the bike helmet. And these are the Growth and Finance Committee members. Okay, Ian, come and draw a name. This is for the parking space, the VIP parking space. Okay, read it. Who is it?
Edie Guntle.
Congratulations.
Can I have your spot when you're on vacation?
She can rent you her spot. Okay, now we have our committee announcements. Growth. Who is here from the Growth Committee?
Edie Guntle's here.
What? It's Katie.
Oh.
Yes, I do.
We had 5 come through last night for our growth committee, open house. And they were all looking to get into real estate. I think they were all valuable conversations. I think we were a little bit like, oh, we wanted more in here, but I felt like I think it was really good, and one-on-ones were great. We had about 5 here to kind of greet them and work with them, and so we'll give the information to Nicole.
That's great. And they were all invited people, correct? They weren't just random.
Invites.
Yeah.
So that was definitely like the big thing. I personally invited somebody that came.
That's great.
Do you have anything to add, Lori?
Yeah.
I think it was a good foundation for the next event, right? We'll do it again. But yeah, my personal invitation certainly makes huge difference. And there's a lot of really good questions, and the fact that they got to meet with agents. I don't think, kind of debriefed afterwards, I don't think that's a common experience when somebody is interviewing brokers or brokerages, to spend time with agents. So I think there's a value to that.
Yeah, I thought that people were very engaged, you know, which was wonderful. Because I think, Lori, you expressed that much better to have that many people who are seriously interested in learning than just people who come, get a snack and leave, you know, because we don't care about those people, but we cared about those people. So that was really good. Okay, next. Culture. You're up. Lisa.
Okay. So September 16th, we are going to have a Wheel of Fortune, words that matter. So keep that on the schedule, and Mary is kindly giving us her coaching spot. Thank you. Sorry, didn't have you. And then the week of October, right before our, give, whatever it is, the.
Or give back to school. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fall festival.
we are gonna have a KW Capital Partners Give Back Week. So we're gonna have different charities that we are going to help out throughout the week. We've already got a few lined up. On Monday, we're gonna pack buddy boxes. On Tuesday is Ronald McDonald House. On Wednesday, it's Star House. On Thursday, it is Charity Newsies, and we're still trying to fill Friday. And hopefully that'll either be the diaper bank or some other charity that we can get involved in. There are gonna be different shifts and different times and different amounts. So if you can't do Monday, there's an opportunity Tuesday. If there's, you know, those days don't work, Wednesday. So we're gonna cram it all in 1 week. So everybody can just participate and get that. And that's all it's got on the books.
That, I really like that idea. I do. All right. Cocktail with Cappers. Also,
Oh, yeah, cocktail with
Back up on that,
cappers,
yeah.
we are gonna do, I'm sorry, November 6th, we're gonna actually do business planning. We don't have a lineup yet on our cappers, but, we will be in touch, and hopefully everybody will say yes, and then those people who wanna come and get their business moving forward for 2026, can you believe it's around the corner? Yeah, so that'll be our next event after that in November.
all right. Ed and Tech Committee,
Okay,
here you go.
okay, cool, okay. So a couple of things that we have coming up is the agent trading floor is gonna be in the training room on Wednesdays from 9 to 9:30. 9:30 to 10. 9:30 to 10. I have 15 buyers actively looking, 2 more as of this week. So, that kind of just stemmed from us trying to match buyers and sellers. So we're just gonna go around the room and, share what buyers and listings we have coming up or current that we're trying to get moved and hopefully keep that all in the brokerage. So we'll do that every Wednesday for sure in July and maybe August, depending on if we need it as a brokerage. And then the other thing that we have coming up is the back to school with builders. So Meg is so kindly putting this on for us. We're gonna have 3 production builders, Full TMI and DR Horton. And that will be on the 7th at 11. And it'll just be a good opportunity for us to know what other value we can bring to our clients when they're going through production builders. So that is, I think, everything that our committee is putting on for the next couple of weeks, right? Yep.
Okay. Then, obviously, Summer Mastermind, we're gonna have a slide about it. But that was a wonderful event last year, you know, to go up there and have agents from other brokerages to all share ideas, have wonderful presentations and breakouts. We have our bus trip that we will have, the last day to sign up for that is on Monday. So do think about what you want to do. Sign up today, tomorrow, over the weekend. Because by Monday, then our lunch sponsor will need a number, so they can provide lunch for us on the bus. And Rachel, of course, will be one of the breakout presenters, which is great. It's nice that you're gonna give people all over a chance to hear how wonderful you are and how valuable your thoughts are. I'm excited by that. All right. Then on the back up, on the 31st, Rachel again is teaching about home sale contingencies. And that we all need. Lori's gonna do her contracts 1 on the 6th of August. And then we will have another insurance discussion at the end of August to kind of unpack what we're seeing and see if insurance companies have kind of gotten themselves under control and how they're dealing with things. Okay, next. All right, finance. Who is here from finance? John isn't here today. Joanne's not here. Patrick,
I'm here, but I wasn't at the last meeting.
okay. All
I'm
right,
here on Zoom. I'm meeting a locksmith at one of my listings.
okay, good.
Yeah, so they're not here. They're supposed to be here at 10:30. So if anybody has a locksmith that can do emergency fixes, that'd be great.
Okay, give us your financial wisdom.
Yes, we're profitable. Woohoo!
Yay.
Yeah, so we first half of the year we were focusing on kind of trying to find out where we can save on expenses. We're spending the second half of the year looking at other ways to increase office revenue. So that's what we've been focusing on. We'd love to have anyone attend the committee meetings with us as well. We definitely learn a lot about how to run a profitable business in our own businesses by looking at what the office is doing. So we'd love to see you there.
Okay, thank you. Good luck with your locksmith.
I got it in the house. That was the important thing. But now it took me some ninja moves, so I need to fix this somehow.
Like going through the window ninja moves like that?
Listen, I don't want to be implicated anyway.
Down the chimney? I don't know.
Yeah, Santa Claus. All right, thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, leadership update. Okay, Ashley has a lot to tell us.
So I talked about this last month, but with Canva coming over to KW and that new partnership, I wanted to kind of demonstrate how to save your designs in Designs currently and move them to Canva in a way that you can still edit them. So just really quick, it's pretty painless, I promise. So you just log into Command and you'll go to Designs in case you're not familiar with that. It's just a little paintbrush tool on the far left hand of your screen.
Go slow.
Oh, yes,
Yeah, no, I mean, just,
Designs.
yeah.
And then,
Am I the only one that needs her to go slow when she tells us stuff? Go ahead.
so you'll click that button, you'll come to this screen. These are all of the social media designs that you have made so far. Any templates that you want to keep, and you'll just double click on this one. I just highlighted it, but you'll just double click. That'll take you to this screen. So it opens up and then you'll go up here to downloads. And then you have to save it as a PDF standard. That is the only way you're gonna be able to move it to Canva and still manipulate it. So just make sure it's not a PNG, it's not anything else, PDF standard. That is the secret sauce. So then you'll hit download, and then next is a video, just so everyone's prepared. You'll go over here. It'll be in your downloads. Just drag it over to Canva. It'll drop in. Then you can click on it. And here I'm just showing that you can then move the pictures around, change the typing, all that kind of stuff. So you don't have to recreate everything that you've made in design so far, just to make that easy. I would recommend doing this sooner than later, just because the contract with Rebrand is ending, and if anything goes wonky, they're not gonna fix it. So just kind of be aware, and if there's any designs you don't want to lose, do that sooner than later.
When is the drop dead date?
Sometime in September, I don't think we have an exact date,
Okay,
but yes. So,
So
When you
good,
sel-
good to get it done in August.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
When you selected them in command, can you do all of that at one time and download, you need to do each one individually?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes. Yep, great question. Any other questions? Want to see anything again? And then as always, stay connected, our website, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff.
So is Canva gonna show up where the designs are?
No, you'll have to still click, like, you'll have to go to canva.com and make a KW account.
What if I'm already in there under
Wait,
KW?
your KW email,
Uh-huh.
then I think your account will update, but we don't have the details quite yet.
So then with Teams, so I have a couple people underneath me,
Uh,
will they be allowed to still be a part of that?
I believe
Without the
so.
extra charge?
I believe
Okay.
so, yep. So, yeah, more details and things like that to come, but I believe so. So, okay. Perfect.
Hello, thank you. First of all, thanks to that growth committee, I'd say that's a huge success one, that was awesome last night, so thank you. When Nicole's back, she will have those meetings and we'll get them signed up in case for if that is what is perfect for them, but we're growing all of your profit share, so that is exciting. Reminder, we do have K-Score out there, it has the K-Prep coaching models that can coincide with the 100 hours of licensure. You can build your profit share, work with more people that you like here at our brokerage, and then connect them with us. But everywhere you go, just hand out information or talk to people and have them give us a call. As long as we know it's coming from you, we're gonna keep you attached to them the whole way through the process, so that they definitely end up in your downline, but we can tell them all the jargon to get them signed up and ready to go for classes. So that is on the case for part. If you have any questions, we do have the PowerPoint. I shared it with Ashley. It can go somewhere. It needs to go in her amazing world, for us to get to, or I can share it with you one-on-one. And maybe we'll set up in another month or so, another group, messaging, but we can do that as well. Super excited. We have solidified for CAP Partners, our coaching menu for teams. It does break out the differences between coaching and training. And if it is one-on-one or group, there's a whole menu of services that can be completely catered to what your exact team needs, different from the team sitting next to you. So very excited about that. We've been in talks with a lot of you. We have several that are signed up for coaching in ways that benefit them. We have a lot more of you that are scheduled, but there's a lot of teams here, so I'd like to have one-on-one meetings with each of the team leaders. I hear a yes, I'm on with that. We'll be talking. On coaching, you guys, this has been I'm sorry, my back is to you.
No, that's fine.
This has been an absolute, heartwarming week. I will say, we've had just this morning, even in the messages, just the breakthroughs that people are getting right now just seems to be overwhelming. That E to P on our, one of our models that we have, right? That there's just been a lot this month. So celebrate all of these people that are at any point in their career, because we have people in coaching on week 1, and we have people in coaching that are about 13 to 15 years. So all throughout there, but it's been a huge month, I would say, of limiting beliefs going away, and accountability has just been beautiful. We had a halftime hustle last weekend. A lot of people are traveling, not hugely attended. However, we reframed a lot of limiting beliefs. So if you're new, that doesn't mean people won't buy from you. If you are whatever, doesn't mean people won't buy from you, right? So we had a lot of that going on. And then for those of you who are like, I just need my little kick in the rear end on a Monday morning to start my week off right, we do have a lead gen call, and anybody who wants to hop on that is more than welcome. We get on, we say, hello, welcome, let's start our week off right. And it starts at 9 o'clock. At 9:55, we're just muted at that point. Go do your lead gen. Maybe you're handwriting notes, maybe it's social media, make it phone calls, texting, whatever you are doing. And at 9:55, we just do a quick round robin. Hey, made this many, had this success, whatever the case might be. We're off by 10 o'clock. You can be guaranteed your time will be respected. You will be off at 10 because I have a 10 o'clock coaching call on the same Zoom. So we'll be respectful of your time, but it's a great way for accountability to get your week started off right with lead generation.
That's great.
And I won't go anywhere.
I like that idea.
Because next I'll tell you about Quantum Leap. So we will have on Friday, August 22nd at 10 a.m. at the Classic Properties office is going to be Quantum Leap. And let me tell you exactly, this is an incredible opportunity, by the way. And this is not just for real estate agents. So this is for anyone. It is designed for ages 18 to 29. And it helps attendees accelerate their success through proven models and tools that they can implement right away. You're gonna learn about what they will learn about, is who am I, what do I want my life to be about, how will I structure my life and support that vision, what key relationships do I need to support me along the way, and how will I fund my mission so that I can make the greatest impact. It will be taught by Christopher Baker, who is from Florida. If you would like to attend, if you know anyone in or outside of real estate, that would like to attend, you can scan that QR code. You'll get this in the slides, connect with myself, Ashley, the front desk. We'll have the link on how you can do that. We do need them to register because there will be food that day. We also have a limited amount of seating, so get those seats filled, for sure. And then outside of that, I feel like, what is this Quantum Leap? I would like to be a part of that. I would like to teach those. This brokerage has more teachers than I've ever seen anywhere. It's incredible. So if you would like to have a part of that, just let me know. We'll get you connected with Christopher if you would like to have more people in our area and region, getting into teaching the Quantum Leap classes. So if you think that's your jam, let me know. We'll get you connected. Or if you'd like to attend or know someone who would, they are more than welcome. I'm going to fill all those seats.
Great, thank you. Okay, Nick,
I do not have my counterpart today. I feel like it's pretty low energy in here. Can we get like a round of applause or something? It's been a long week. We're all here. We're all doing it. So the first thing on the list, you guys might have seen the email from Nicole. KWCP Cares, our donation fund. We will be matching any donations made to KW Cares for all the floods and stuff going on in Texas. If you make it out to our Venmo, it will not be tax deductible. If you give us a check or give the front desk a check, then it can be tax deductible. So if you want to do that, please let us know. The next up is going to be kind of a pain point for some of our admins and solo agents. So if we want to go forward, we'll be talking about command. So has anybody seen this message before where it just doesn't take the address that you're trying to input?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So this is a little bug that's going on inside of command, and this is the best practice on how to get around it. So if that happens, we'll go to select from KWLS, which will take us to this little menu. We have to change the preset filters. So there's two filters on here. We're going to change it to all listings. And then street address, we're going to change to MLS number. Yep. So once those two are in there, you can then search for your address. My suggestion would be to search by the MLS number because it's one number. There's going to be numerous addresses that come up, but the MLS number should work. And if you want to go again, once you find it, yes, I'm selling this building for $1,000. We're taking offers. You'll just hit select and then you'll hit X in the corner and that's all you have to do. Once you've done that, you can go back and resubmit it and it should take it. If that,
What if it's off market, doesn't have an MLS number?
if that happens, there is, if you go back a couple slides. One more, you can do create new listing and it'll basically just make you re-put in all the information. But for either of those scenarios, if that happens and you still can't get it to work, please call me, please text me, email me, call the front desk. We'll get you sorted. We'll get it taken care of. Cool. That's all I got. Thank you guys.
okay. Okay, market share totals, I'm gonna go over this very quickly. What it says to me when I see this is that Keller Williams Consultants, Capital Partners, Greater Columbus, Classic Properties. If we were to put all of our lines together, right, because we're one brand, we're way, way, way up here. So to me, that means that our brand is incredibly powerful in this market. And we should be using our brand in our appointments. In addition to using yourself, back yourself up with the brand. Here, our average, and Ashley, this is year to date? Okay, average closing is 420,000 for us, which is big, right? It's much more, it's about 100,000 more than the average for Columbus Realtors. Okay, next slide. Keep going, yeah. And again, this is month to date, but again, 1, 2, 3, 4, stack us up. We're huge, you know? So we need to just keep that in mind, that we are part of something really powerful. Okay, next. Next. All right, Rachel's gonna share her insights. Thank you.
Okay. You blew a little more hot topic, but, okay, hit me. All right, everybody, has anybody been watching the news? No.
Yeah.
Okay, so one big thing, topic of conversation here in Ohio is property tax news. Has anybody had any conversations with clients about what's happening with property taxes or people wanting to stay put to see what happens with their property tax? Nobody, just me? No. Yeah, okay, I know there are other people. Okay, so basically, I'm gonna layman's terms it. I am not a politician. I don't know all the things, but we're gonna just run with the basics. So basically, what's happening with property taxes in Ohio? So the state is trying to create some relief for homeowners by lowering the property tax. So Ohio just passed a new budget setting aside $2.5 billion for property tax relief. So basically, I'm like, think of it this way. The state knows the property taxes are higher. I know there was something that just came out in Fairfield County, maybe it was last week, about their reassessment year, and there was chatter about it, about it going up. Nothing tends to go down when it comes to taxes. So there is some fear and some stress and financial stress around the tax base here in Central Ohio. But basically, they're trying to give some of that money back to homeowners in forms of credits or rebates, tax breaks for owner occupants. I know there was some chatter about maybe some senior or homestead increase in reduction, things like that. So I think it's just something to be mindful of. Take 10 minutes, read a few articles, gain some perspective, because if you haven't been asked about it, you probably will. Especially as we continue to march through summer, as we head towards the end of the year, which tends to be our ballots, right? And things that we vote on. So a couple things is why this is important for agents. And like, everybody can have perspective on politics, but why is it important for us and our clients? So buyers could potentially become more confident with taxes maybe leveling or going down. What do we know about Central Ohio? We love our schools. And what drives most of our property tax?
Schools.
Right, so the debate in the marketplace is, okay, if we're gonna we gotta get the money from somewhere, right? It just doesn't like appear out of thin air, mostly. Well, how's that gonna potentially take away from our school systems? What's that gonna do regarding levies? So there is some conversation around that as well. So I think it's important, especially, yeah, go ahead, so.
Ohio Realtors is a great resource for that. They have a lot on their website right now, and they're encouraging you to reach out to your legislators.
Yeah.
One-stop shopping.
Fantastic. So just some things that are, you know, of concern. We know that people shop a lot for school districts, and this might be something that comes to play. But also this might impact long-term affordability. So I know every time taxes go up, I get a handful of calls from seniors that are just frustrated and curious about whether or not to stay in their house. So maybe this is something that would benefit them to potentially stay in place a little bit longer. Again, we talked about the levies, but for homeowners and buyers, maybe the taxes will go down a little bit in 2026. I know they're trying to push for relief, but we don't quite know what the reform is going to look like yet. Again, all of this it's in limbo. So right now it's hitting media headlines and topics. So what do we know about things that hit headlines? People talk about them, right? So be prepared, educate yourself. It's a good conversation to have. Okay, next. Any questions on that? Who in here was aware of that? Can I get a show of hands of who was aware? Okay, who was it? It's not a judgment, but I'm just curious of how today. Okay. So I think it's important, yeah, educate yourself, go to the realtor's website. I'm sure they have lots of great information, and they tend to do a really great job of keeping you up to date as things kind of progress and evolve. Okay, so let's talk about the market. Nerdy stats.
Doing.
Well, then we'll talk about what it is. Okay, supply and demand. So active inventory. We know that inventory's been increasing. I've been standing up here saying it, probably the last 3 months or so. We're floating around 5,000 units on the market, give or take, which I haven't seen
When was the last time we saw that? Like 2018, maybe 2017,
It's
maybe?
been a long time.
So it's been a long time, which is, I think, a great thing. We're moving in a healthier place, but significant inventory increases. And I focus on our 5 counties. Usually that's what I bring to the meeting, but you can see, I mean, everything's above 30% increase of inventory, which is a huge swing. How that's coming into and playing in the market will feel a little different based on our cyclical seasons, school district changes, what's being built. But I think the interesting thing is even though inventory is up, what feels substantially from a percentage perspective, months of inventory, we're moving from like 1.2 months of inventory to like 1.7, right? We're really about 2 months of absorption rate. So statistically speaking, we are in a very healthy, strong seller's market. I think it just feels a little different when we're out with our listings or in the streets with our clients and showing houses and things like that. So I don't want you to get intimidated by this big inventory shift because market-wide, it's still a very healthy market to be buying and selling real estate. So things to just stay alert of, which is what Jill mentioned initially in the broker meeting, was stay up to date on your micro market trends. Different pockets of the market are performing differently. So being able to kind of bring this into that hyper local market and understand how Dublin may be different from Westerville, which may be different from downtown Columbus or what have you, is really important. So take time. And then Delaware's really remaining the highest price county. Nothing really different there. And then Licking and Union are being more price sensitive. So I'm curious to see how that flattens out with year-over-year appreciation and things like that. All right, next. Any questions on that? Okay, so then I'm like, okay, it tells me the activity trends are, you know, we're up in listings. What does that mean in activity? I was curious. I think we felt the slowdown between May and June. We all agree on that. It started to feel a little different. So I was curious between June and July, did that continue to trend in that way? So I pulled all of the showings that happened in the MLS month over month between May to June, June, July to today, and just said, okay, what's happening at each price point? So the total amount of showings in our marketplace declined by 15.5%. And then different price points, almost all of them are down with the exception of like the 800,000 to 900,000, which is just slightly up by about 2%. So what does that mean? Our listings are getting what? Less showings. Okay. And what I thought was interesting, with the market cooling down a little bit, the biggest declines were between 700,000 and 800,000 and 900 and 1 million, which is what? The move up sector of the market, right? Those homes that are trading the $500,000 and the $600,000 home for that move up market. And we can all probably assume why that is. Trade cost. You don't want to make the trade costs, right? You're stuck at a 3 or 3.5%. So that's interesting. Over 50% of the showings happening in the market are happening between 200 and 400,000. So your attainable price points are getting the most activity. And then even though showings are declining, inventory is increasing, buyer engagement is there. When I looked at the average showing per listing to see how much that changed, it was really 1 to 2 decreased showings per listing. So something to kind of be aware of. So even though it's a broader market impact, per listing is still getting showings, not huge. Okay. Any questions on this? Any takeaways? Anything that you should implement in your business?
If you're having listing conversations and your price point is in that slower area, you better have set realistic expectations.
Yep. Yep. Do I have one more? Is that it? Okay, thought I did. Okay, so then I'm like, okay, year over year market snapshot. Sales activity, closed sales down. We were kind of watching that pending sales versus inventory to see how that would balance out once those things closed over the last month. So most markets are down in closed sales, but prices for the median sales price are holding relatively flat. I think we had more of a bump of appreciation that came off the spring market, but now with this new data, it's starting to flatten out the year. Does that make sense? So houses are not still appreciating, they're kind of retaining value or staying more flat. Now, some subset markets are and some aren't, but things to be aware of. And then days on market is increasing. So just be aware that days on market is increasing. So interest rates are floating around 7, still continues to be a hot topic. Prices are stable, but not crashing. So that's good. And then I think buyers are taking a long time to make decisions. I have buyers looking at the house 2 to 3 times. They're looking at multiple properties. I'm talking to agents, they're like, yeah, we saw 7 houses today, yours was one of them, I'm like, oh, it's ours. But they are shopping, they're taking more time, they're being more methodical, which I think is a really great opportunity for those working with buyers. Get them out, there's options to look at, there's things to see. Okay, any other questions? Kind of a snapshot.
Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I like your word attainable price point instead of affordable price point. I like that shift of language. Special notes. We have, before we talk about the road trip, Justin. We're gonna lose our Justin. He's gonna go back to school. I know, that makes us all very sad, Justin. So we will miss you. Round of applause for Justin. All right, road trip. Okay, definitely think about this. I mean, it's a great opportunity. I mean, and it only happens once a year. And you'll get to see, you'll get to see Lauren Lucas again if you go to her breakout with her AI, which was pretty overwhelming. I think I hung in there with what she was saying for maybe
15.
almost a half of her presentation, and then it got too much, you know, but it's really valuable. All right, next. Okay, and these are the masterminds that will happen, you know, some of the breakouts with Lauren and Rachel. Yay, yay. Okay, we've got a lot of Pelotonia going on today. Okay, you want to come up, or here comes
We'll
Sarah?
bring the whole team. up.
Bring up the team. And then they will also tell you about some activities that are gonna happen in the parking lot right after lunch.
Well, hello, everybody. So we have Pelotonia coming up very quickly. So a couple things that we're doing. Do you mind hitting the next slide, please? So today we have a flyer. Please do not use the QR code because that goes straight to my Pelotonia, which I will graciously accept. However, we'll give you a different QR code. So for today, we're doing a 50-50 raffle. You can do cash or Venmo. $10 to throw a pie in any of our faces. Nick is added to the list. Jasmine is out sick. Brian is supposed to be here at noon.
Yeah, where's Brian?
He bailed last year before Nicole had to take the brunt of the pies, so everybody get Brian. And then we're gonna have a tricycle race. We have a $50 Amazon gift card for the winner of the tricycle race, so that's gonna be really fun right after lunch out in the parking lot. Next Thursday, we have our big event. We would love to have you guys come join us. We're gonna have live music. There's gonna be food and drink specials. We're gonna have a whole slew of silent auction items. And then we're gonna do a 50-50 raffle again. So it'll be a really fun event from 5 to 7. Please join us.
Yes.
But it's gonna be a lot of fun. Next slide, please. And then this is for today. Again, don't use that QR code. We'll give you a different one. So
Did we check that one though? Is that,
that's
still yours?
it's still my
I was
Pelotonia.
doing the one on here.
It's
Okay.
still my Pelotonia
Alright.
one. So yeah, sorry about that. But anyways, come join us. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna be covered head to toe in whipped cream.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
What about the code on the handout?
It's incorrect as
Same
well.
thing.
So please do not, just come see me if you want a Venmo. So. Anything else to add? Good?
We're just, come help us out.
Yep.
I'll race somebody in a tricycle race. Pretty competitive when it comes to tricycle race.
I wanna win my $50 gift card next. But yeah.
Sarah, are you sure we don't want to just?
It's fine. I got you. Just
Okay.
come see me
Alright,
for
alright,
Venmo.
alright.
Cool. Anything else? We good?
Yeah.
All right.
We're
Yay.
proud of you guys. Okay, at our fall festival, which will happen after our week of giving. Lisa's got it all under control, which is great. And next, okay, our affiliates who help us out all the time, we're so grateful. Mark from Rapid Mortgage, and Melissa from Northwest Select, Ryan from Ohio Real Title, Thomas, who's always here to answer our lending questions, and Mark Purcell from America's Preferred Home Warranty. And next. And then Carrie Arnold is our special sponsor today. She is going to tell us about her Seller's Shield program and give us a very yummy lunch. So thank you and
Yes,
welcome.
thanks so much. Appreciate it. Hi, everyone. I'm Carrie Arnold. Who in here has heard of Seller's Shield? No, this is awesome. Perfect. Well, common misconception, people think we are a warranty company and we are not. So, I think there's. Perfect, yeah. So we were created to solve two big unfairnesses in the industry. The first one is that the sellers are the only ones in a home sale transaction that don't have any protection. You guys have E&O insurance, there's title, everyone has some type of protection except the seller. And then where you guys come in is that if the seller gets sued or gets in trouble, typically the broker and agent are almost always drug in as well, which is obviously unfair when you guys aren't supposed to have anything to do with that disclosure form. Next page. So we created two products to help alleviate that. The first is our gold standard disclosure process. You can think of this as like a TurboTax, but it's specifically for that disclosure form. And then the second thing we have is our home sale legal protection. This is going to be kind of similar to what you guys have for E&O, but this is specific for that home seller. Slide. So to go into that a little bit further, our gold standard disclosure process, we actually partner with the Ohio Board of Realtors, and we have the exact same forms you guys already use for that residential property disclosure. Ours is just digitized and interactive. So like I said, kind of like a TurboTax, kind of handholds your seller through that form, gives them tips, examples, definitions. There's expandable fields so they can be as detailed as they need to be. And then it's really cool, saves you guys a ton of time and gives you back a 100% and complete and signed form every time. So no more having to go back to your seller and say, hey, you missed this question, you didn't fill this out. Everything will come back to you complete every time with our forms. It won't allow them to submit. We are integrated with dotloop, so it makes it super easy for you guys since you guys use dotloop in this office. And then besides it's saving you time, giving you back 100% complete signed form, it's completely free, guys. So this tool costs absolutely nothing for you guys, nothing for the brokerage, nothing for the seller. So again, no obligation, but I would highly recommend going in and checking it out. It was truly designed to help protect you guys as agents. Next slide. The second thing we created, most people are like, well, how do you guys make money then if that's completely free? So the second thing we created is our home sale legal protection. Like I said, this is designed specifically for the seller. It is completely optional, but when the seller goes through and fills out their property disclosure form, they will have the option to purchase our home sale legal protection. If they do purchase it, it covers any buyer-seller dispute. So even just a verbal threat, we would jump in, hire them a local expert real estate attorney, provide them support from start to finish, and then we would pay up to $75,000 of their legal defense fees, depending upon the package that they chose. But again, it's completely optional. It's kind of just peace of mind for the seller. Yeah.
Are any of these forms in Spanish?
They are not. That is something we are working on. But so since we take the exact form from the Board of Realtors, they don't have it in Spanish. So we're working on a way to have it to where our forms will kind of say it in Spanish too. And that is on the horizon. So I will keep you posted on that because that's a request we get a lot. But thank you for asking that. Next slide. And then I'm going to be here, guys. I'm going to have some flyers for you guys and business cards. I just have a few minutes to talk, but this is kind of what the platform looks like. You can see there's definitions. There's going to be symbols that kind of flag your seller and let them know this is a common problem area where we see lawsuits happening. Slow down, take your time. So I'm happy to show you that in more depth, but I just wanted to give you kind of a brief overview of what that would look like. And then once you will all receive access emails today. Again, no obligation. If you want to sign in, create a password, you can actually send yourself a test invite so you can see exactly what it looks like for your seller. But if you do that, make sure you use a different email address than what you use to sign up for. Otherwise, it recognizes you as the agent and it won't give you the seller experience. And then I think next slide. Yeah, so this is where you can see the common problem areas. So it flags them. There's tons of definitions. There's legal tips. There's a video. You can see up in the right-hand corner up there. Next slide. And then this is the QR code. Like I said, you guys will all receive an email with access to sign up. And if you want to scan the QR code, you can go in, check it out right now. I'll be here. So if you have any questions, if anybody has any right now, I'm happy to answer them right now, but yes.
Okay, so, when this goes to dotloop,
Yes.
it's gonna show up just like our regular disclosure forms.
Correct, and I'm happy to show you this more too. Typically on my big presentation I have, it shows. So when you log into your Seller Shield account, you will see at the top, it'll say dot loop and zip forms. You'll select the dot loop, it'll take you into your dot loop account and you can select the loop. And then it will auto populate all of the information. And then once your seller fills everything out, completes everything, it will automatically go back into your loop. So it will be stored in dot loop.
Wow.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Is pricing based on, the sale price?
No, ma'am, it's
Oh.
the same. So it's based on the years of protection. So we have a 2-year plan and a 4-year plan, and it's based on whichever one they choose.
Okay.
What
What are
states
those
have you, oh, go ahead, answer.
What are those prices?
The prices, so for the 2-year, we just changed our pricing, so I'm sorry, I actually do know what I'm talking about. I think the 2-year is $319, and that's if they pay now. We have 2 ways they can pay. They can pay, and I can show you more. Like I said, I'll be back and I'll get on my computer and I can tell you guys for anybody that's wants to know the exact pricing, or I can send an email to Nick and he can distribute to you guys. But so I believe it's $319 for the 2 years pay now, and then I think for the 4-year plan, it's $1,200. I could be a little bit off, but it's around that. So.
What other states have you rolled this out in?
Yeah, great question. So we started in Texas, which is where I'm from. We are really big there. We are in North Carolina, South Carolina, Kentucky, Ohio, Maryland, Delaware, Nevada, California, Oklahoma, Colorado.
You're going across.
I know, I'm
like looking at a map in your
I
head.
need a map. We're in 15 states and we should be open in Tennessee and Georgia next. Those are our next 2. So we are growing rapidly. We've been around for 10+ years, so it's not a new product, guys. Like I said, we just started in Texas, became really big there, and then we started expanding. We do have several brokerages in Ohio as well. This is my territory, so I come out here quite a bit. So if anybody has any questions or need anything, I come up here usually about once a month and can come up more if needed. So
Are there any local brokerages that are using it?
yes, I launched with, there was a Keller Williams, Lancaster, I believe we launched with. There's Keller Williams, I have several Keller Williams, I'll tell you. Let me go look at my computer.
And is it just Keller Williams or other brokerages?
No, ma'am, other brokerages. We have some
Okay.
BHS brokerages in Ohio. We have EXP.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, absolutely. Does anybody else have any questions or anything I can answer for you guys? I really appreciate your time, and we did bring food, so.
I don't have one slide. Something about a 1-hour consultation. What was that?
Oh, it's just saying that, so legal consultations can typically run between $600 to $700 for a 1-hour consultation. If the seller chooses to purchase our product and there's even a verbal threat, there is no questions asked. They pay that one-time fee at the $319. Say they do the 2-year, it's $319 and they pay no consultation. They pay nothing else. We would defend that seller from start to finish. Yeah, great question.
All right, well, thank you
Yeah,
so much
thank you
for
so much.
coming. And thank you for that. Okay, our next meeting is the 21st of August. And now you may disperse for lunch. And then Pelotonia fun in the parking lot.
I don't even know I was there.
That's true. When I graduated from college.
I like it.
Okay.